Good morning! Writing my book for the past few weeks has been long and time consuming, but still enjoyable because I'm able to see how much work I've completed during this time. As you may know, I'm working on a novella that has fantasy, young adult, and comedy themes. The story follows a human boy who accidentally ends up in a university for monsters, and due to special circumstances that make him unable to leave, he has to pretend his way into blending with monster society until he finds a way. This leads to humorous situations and potentially lifelong friends. I searched for a paperback template to write my novella on and was happy to find one through Amazon KDP. The download process was simple with plenty of options for languages and formats. One of the most helpful aspects was that the document was already pre-formatted, saving me the extra work of making it look polished and professional. Before I started writing, I searched for a tool to track my progress and ensure I stayed on schedule with finishing my draft. After some research, I came across a great website called Pacemaker. It allowed me to set a target completion date for my novella, and it calculated how many words I needed to write each day to meet that goal. Thanks to Pacemaker, I've been able to monitor my progress and get a clear visual of my writing activity. I'm happy to report I've completed 20,000 words so far. I also did some light research on other things like finding where to find a good artist for my book cover. I went searching on Fiverr, Reddit, and even other places like TikTok and Twitter to see if there's any artists I can contact on there questioning about whether or not they'll be willing to make a book cover. So far, I've made a small list of artists I can potentially contact, asking if they're willing to make a book cover from scratch. I understand that making a good book cover costs around 400 to 600, perhaps even more depending on what I'm asking and depending on the artist's time and dedication to the project. One of my biggest challenges for writing this book has been juggling everything happening in my life. While I'm happy to have reached 20,000 words, I feel like I could have accomplished more if I hadn't been so preoccupied with my academics. I started writing around September 25th and continued through today, October 21st. However, 2 weeks of October were dedicated to midterms, so I had to prioritize studying over writing. Now that midterms are behind me, I'm excited to pour my time into writing my book and reach a more larger word count than I couldn't have prior to this. In the coming weeks, I plan to continue adding to my word count and begin contacting artists to potentially commission for my book cover. Having a visually appealing cover is important to me, so finding the right artist will be a challenge, especially since I'm looking for a specific art style. That's all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!